Hey everyone, welcome to Simble Things, a channel where I talk about living with C-PTSD and everything that goes along with that. So today I wanted to talk about feeling lost, right? So I guess during the pandemic and everything, like some people are feeling lost because of the situation change and their own personal lives changing so drastically. So it kind of reminded me of a time in my late 20s where I was like, late 20s, feeling pretty lost and unsure about a lot of things. This was a time where I didn't even realize I had C-PTSD. I didn't even know what it was back then. So I understood I had depression and anxiety, and I understood about all the issues from my childhood having an effect on me, but I didn't really understand what PTSD was, C-PTSD. I just didn't know that then. So yeah, I remember this time, and I can't remember if somebody told me to do this or like somehow, but I realized that for a while that there was no way to like work out things, and I really scaled back what I was kind of thinking about. And it sounds weird, but so what that meant was I really like super focused on the basics. So I really focused on having three really healthy, well-cooked meals a day. That was like one of the main things I did with my time, was work out what I was going to eat, get good ingredients, and spend most of my time cooking them. So before I like started doing this, I did feel myself kind of spiraling down and going kind of like quite worse than I was at the time. And I felt like I did need to change, but I didn't, I didn't really, that's the point when you're lost, like you don't have any idea of what you need. And at times, like, there's no way to know that anyway, but sometimes things just take time to work out. That was a really rubbish sentence, wasn't it? Sometimes things take time to work out. So it felt like, by not focusing on where I was going, what I was doing in that sense, I was just really focusing on the basics. And I think by doing that, it kind of gave my head time to work itself out and to kind of take pressure off me and take stress, because I wasn't so focused on the fact that I felt lost. I'm just like, you know, concentrate on the things you need to do. You need to eat well, because there's also that, like, in one way, like it has like a double bonus that, hyper focusing on just eating well every day, it kind of takes up your mind. It gives you something like very constructive and something very solid to focus on, and something that's kind of fairly easy to work out, good things to eat. And by understanding your diet, you understand your health as well. And if you do have any dietary issues, then focusing on that might help you distract your mind. So you kind of, it's good in that way. But then obviously if you're eating well, then your body just functions better. Like your brain does function better if you get all the required like vitamins, minerals, etc., that the body needs. Because the brain's no different to the rest of the body. Like, the body's just a machine when it comes down to it. It's an organic machine, and it needs these different things to put into it to make it work properly, because it's needy. So needy, right? Like, yeah, there's like, I could go on and on about like how bodies are like rubbish in so many ways, but meh, no point, right? We're focusing on simplifying. If you're feeling lost, rather than thinking more about feeling lost and spiraling down that avenue, you need to start thinking about what you can focus on and do well. And if you do those things well, you give yourself the time and space mentally to be able to deal with things in like a better way, right? So yeah, I think I'm just like looking at my notes going, is that everything? Because I end up like just talking and stuff, and then I'll go like, have I actually covered things in my notes? Maybe I should actually look at them. So I'll look at them. Yeah, so like importance of nutrition for mental health, that was a bullet point, tick that. So don't be afraid to let it fill your time, because if you're somebody that's got more time currently, let it fill it. Even if you're still working from home, maybe you save time that you would have been commuting usually. Focus that time onto cooking. Give your mind the time and space it needs without like overloading it, because there is so much going on. And like, so this was like when I went through this phase, this was back in maybe 2007, 2008 kind of time, 2006, that kind of like time period. So there's no pandemic or anything like that going on, but that was just the mind space I was in. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on in the world, your mental health can just spiral and you can just feel lost, and that's just a thing, right? Regardless of what's going on in the world. But obviously when there's a global pandemic going on in the world, it makes it way more likely that you're going to feel that way, like 100%. So yeah, when you're feeling like that, having something that's quite simple, solid, easy to focus on, but also has additional benefits, great thing. Like, do that, like totally do that. So let it fill your time. Like, rather than just trying to like cook something quick in like 20-30 minutes, why not take like a couple of hours? Screw it. Like, spend that time, like watch videos of like cool like cooking things to do. Glenn and Friends is pretty good. I've been watching a lot of Glenn and Friends recently. I'll share about it. It's a good channel actually. It's a good channel. It's quite practical as well, and some like cooking things on YouTube can be like really fancy and difficult, or they make the really complicated thing look easy or whatever. But Glenn and Friends is quite straightforward. I like that. I tried to make this potato thing yesterday. It was like a toasty, but rather than using bread, you used like mashed potato, and it turned out all right, but it was difficult. It was a bit difficult. So yeah, let it fill your time. Watch loads of stuff about cooking if you're not very good at it already. If you are, watch more stuff to like give you ideas. There's websites out there where you can just put in ingredients and it just suggests recipes. They're really good if you're feeling stuck on what to think about or like what to cook. They're quite handy. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm going to do the awkward ending thing again. Everyone, I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're well. Don't forget, there's always help out there. There's a link to the C-PTSD Foundation in the description. Talk to your friends, talk to people. There is help out there. Don't be afraid to talk to people and ask for it. That's everything. Like, share, subscribe, all that YouTubey things. And yeah, I'm gonna say it. Stay safe, everyone. And I will catch you next week. Peace.